Okay. Wheel of Torment L, Tier 3. My opponent has characters that this Advanced Wars by Web replay player cannot quite read. But if you're watching this on YouTube, I will put the name on the YouTube title so everyone can see who it is that I'm fighting. Alright, it's Tier 3. I went to choose Rachel at first, but then I realized it's Fog, and Rachel probably isn't that as strong as she would be in Standard. So I went to choose Andy instead, because I can't play Kindle. I'm terrible at playing Kindle. Alright, Fluffy. So, normal capture phase. Go for turn 1 property capture. I go for the one towards the center so we can continue moving forward later. And go for the neutral base, if I hadn't said that already. My opponent chose to go right instead. Alright, maybe they wanted the airport so they can do a transport copter opening. I chose to go for my income first, then go for the airport. Alright, a recon on this side. Okay. I chose to go... this is probably a bad move by me, but I chose to go for artillery to get the comm tower. Probably shouldn't be going for the comm tower that early, because I might get punished. And my opponent didn't build a battlecopter, so I don't know what was the point of not going for the turn 1 captures. I typically shouldn't go skip properties for the airport unless you're planning to get air units very quickly, because otherwise you're being denied income. Or maybe they just wanted the capture chain over here. That's also a possibility. I go heavy artillery because I want to slow down the game. Kindle, I scale way better than Kindle in the late game, so that's why I want a slow battle that just takes its time. Who cares if it takes a long time? And I built my transport copter because I want to capture these properties on the side. Shoots at my penguin, okay. Shoots at my penguin here. Ah, I thought I could sneak that in. I also shoot at their infantry capturing this property. So we both tried to sneak it, but we sent a center recon to make sure that it doesn't happen. And I decide to just move along the bottom to get these properties as soon as possible. I see that my opponent also built a transport copter, and I built the tank to respond to that recon. Alright. I go capturing this. My opponent's already getting the ports, so that was probably a better capture phase than me. Well, it's also because that recon delayed my ability to capture here. But I go for it now, this time with the support of a tank. And I start building a tank chain here. My opponent pulls back, understandably wary of a potential tank. Can't actually see my tank, but it'll be reckless. Well, not necessarily reckless, but a little dangerous to continue attacking with a recon at this point of the game. I see a tank here and I think, alright, I want to send my battlecopter to the right where he won't expect it, but I need something to deal with that tank. So I send my battlecopter up, and I do believe I blast open this pipe seam. Next turn, I believe. Yeah, the pipe seam is at 19 HP. So next turn I blast it open for the comm tower. One of Kindle's strength is because she's on a property, she does get the damage bonus and can pop the pipe in 2 turns instead of 3. Recon hits my penguin. Okay, spots my battlecopter, so she pulls back the tank. And built an anti-air to deal with the battlecopter. I trusted that there was no anti-air ready. So once again I moved my recon here to spot this property to stop it. Then I think I attacked with my battlecopter. No, I did not. Okay. Probably because I built an anti-air, a preemptive one over here, so I should probably expect an anti-air on this side, considering that if I'm over here, my opponent could possibly also be over there on the other side. Tank goes in again. I see no anti-air. I get my comm tower. And there's the anti-air. It's too far away to do anything right now, so I attack the recon, and I just continue attacking. I have a tank here to back up my units. Transport copter here just to be annoying and block and like act as a wall. Alright, kills my pops the pipe, kills my recon, and prepares an infantry to cross. And then sends the anti-air to kill my recon, which you don't want to be too aggressive with your anti-air. You don't know if you might need it later. Typically when you send your anti-air out and there's a possibility of it dying, you should build a second one in the back for that scenario. They didn't do that, so my battlecopter gets quite a lot of value. Spot artillery. Kill the anti-air. Now this battlecopter, nothing can contest it. So I'm trusting that my opponent built another anti-air, maybe on this base. I don't know why I picked this base. And I decide to just count the steps. Okay, maybe I did count from here. Still can't reach this even if an anti-air is built on it. I decide to start attacking. No artillery in this forest. Okay, that means that my tank can attack the recon and I could just deny him vision. Here comes the Urban Blight. It didn't show the damage. It will update next turn. Recon spots my artillery. Okay, but I got two, so if you shoot one of them, you will get shot by the other one. Kills off my transport copter. My infantry over here got shot earlier by this artillery, so I'm thinking, what shot me? It can't be an artillery in this forest because I had vision over it. A Kindle battleship this early in the game? Getting some memories from my Sonya versus Kindle in my game against my rival Habits on that Cup Round 2 rule set. So I'm thinking, there's no way a battleship is already here with this many units, like on non-battleship parts. So it's possible that it's just an artillery over here. But I was a little paranoid for a potential Kindle battleship this early in the game. Alright, but I got lots of shots with this artillery, so take the shots that I can definitely take without using power. Now, it's a little premature of me to pull back on this, I believe. I believe I should have just stayed, popped my superpower, which was coming, and then this 9 HP tank can probably hit a bunch of stuff, or hit something. So I was playing a little too quickly there. But I got my hyper upgrade. So now I can capture this property without any issues because it's at full health now. I start interrupting the their captures here, and I start capturing properties of my own. I start taking shots because why not? And I suspected the anti-air would have been built a turn sooner, and it would be somewhere in the fog. So I chose not to. I believe I chose not to have my battlecopters continue attacking, thinking that there's an anti-air right over here. And I start to shift my battlecopters to the right, where I will get air superiority. Maybe I can battlecopter this artillery, get a transport here, drop off the infantry, maybe I get an HQ cap. That's something I could do. Alright, hits my anti-air, hits my artillery, and I see another artillery here, which I think, okay, so she probably has 2 anti-airs, but the 2 artillery over side by side here. And I think, okay, my anti-air is still alive, so it can come back. I'll just have to retreat for now. I decide to chip it with the 1 HP so my recon can finish it off. I see the anti-air over here, which means this battlecopter is safe to attack. Hit that artillery, blow it up, and then reconstruct a wall again to protect my artillery. Alright, I spot 2 artillery here. I go just outside of range of it. I decide to shoot at this battlecopter. Alright, that's fine. I considered a way to break through to that artillery, but I decided it was not worth it. I will be overextending, and this artillery will still be alive at full health, getting a shot from a property as Kindle. So that wasn't ideal for me. Here's the next Urban Blight. This time there's no way I can get my next superpower. For some reason the Urban Blight damage is not showing, but it will update in the next turn. Kills my recon for vision. Sends the anti-air out here. Alright, now I can just destroy the anti-air and there's nothing to attack my battlecopter. That's what I'm thinking right now. So, I've revealed my battlecopter here, knowing that my opponent probably doesn't have an anti-air, considering that, you know, it would take a long time to get a battlecopter there. Oh, you're right, the rocket. Okay, it's not actually for the forest. I intend to use it to shoot at the artillery on the base. So I can start taking these 2 properties. It's also because... well, that's about it. After I take these 2 properties, I will pressure the HQ with my rocket. And just force engagements over here. As long as I pressure the HQ, I can really pressure my opponent to keep fighting, committing forces to fight me at my 2 base side. I go in, and I think I have a lot of vulnerable units, but because I'm Andy, Kindle has to focus on destroying them, otherwise I would just heal them back up. So put my artillery here. What are you gonna do about it? You gonna hit it? I'll just heal it back up. That's my attitude going into this. And as much as I said I wanted to heal up my units with my superpower, for whatever reason I wanted to heal my infantry before I pick it up and send it up, but I could just use my superpower. So that was a little bit of a why did I do that moment kind of thing. Alright, tank shoots at my anti-air, it survives. So it will come back if it doesn't die. I lost my battlecopter. Shoots my recon. Oh, it doesn't survive. But shoots my artillery, which will just heal up back to full. So I think, okay, now it's my turn to win the game right here, right now. superpower, heal up all my units. Anti-air is back at capable amounts. Couldn't quite stop this property capture. I have no idea why I went the other way instead of down left. Don't ask me, I don't know why. Kill off the battlecopter. Kill off the tank. Begin capturing this. Kill off this. Alright, if I'm going to lose this property, I'm going to compensate by getting this, these properties. All of these properties will be mine. Because eventually this artillery will be gone and I will just take these two properties. Also, my penguin's sitting on the shoal just to not take any damage from Urban Blight. Here's the Urban Blight. Oh, I guess... Oh, okay. My opponent resigned. I suppose, like I said, Kindle doesn't scale very well late game. If you don't win early as Kindle, you will probably get overpowered by the other COs on the tier. Except for maybe Lash, I don't know. I don't really play Kindle or Lash that much, simply because I'm not used to the hyper-aggressive playstyles of those two COs. I can spot breakthroughs, but I don't necessarily want to commit to attacks which might not work and might lose me. So that's why I don't like playing Kindle. But that's also an explanation as to why my opponent resigned right here.